a world that judged me without knowing me. I am Karna, Radeya, Vasusena, Angaraj, the sun himself claimed as his own. Not the Pandavas' brother they later claimed, not the son they mocked, just Karna. And this is my story, not Vyasa's, not the Vic, mine. From the river that carried me at birth, to the blood-soaked earth that claimed me at death. It began before I drew my first breath. My mother Kunti, young, unmarried, curious, had received a boon from sage Durvasa. A mantra to summon any god. One dawn, testing its power, she invoked Surya, the sun god. He came in blazing glory, and I was born, in pain, but in light. I came into this world already clad in divine Kavach, armor fused to my skin, and Kundal earrings that could never be pierced. Immortal Surya's gifts. My father whispered blessings over me, but my mother? She trembled with fear, an unwed princess with a child. Scandal. So she wrapped me in silk, placed me in a basket woven with reeds, and set me afloat on the mighty Ganga. The river carried me like a cruel cradle. I did not drown. A charioteer named Adiratha and his devoted wife Radha found me. They had no children of their own. They saw the Kavach and Kundal, knew I was divine, yet they raised me as their own. Called me Radheya, son of Ra, with wealth of weapons in my blood. My mother Radha's lullabies were the first love I ever knew. Warm, simple, endless. She fed me, taught me kindness, told me stories of heroes. My father taught me the ways of horses and wheels, the honest sweat of labor. But deep inside, even as a child, I felt the fire of Kshatriya blood. I practiced archery in secret, arrows flying true before I could speak full sentences. I wanted more. I wanted glory. I watched from the shadows, my blood boiling like the sun at noon. Rejection. It forged me harder than any steel. So I went to Parashurama, the axe-wielding avatar of Vishnu, destroyer of Kshatriyas. I disguised myself as a Brahmin. He accepted me as I trained under him in the forests, mastering every weapon, every divine astra. I became greater than any living archer. One fateful afternoon, while he slept on my lap under a tree, a scorpion stung my thigh. Pain tore through me, but I did not flinch, did not wake my guru. He cursed me, saying that when I needed it most, I would forget everything he had taught me. I accepted the curse on my knees. What choice did a man of my birth have? I returned home, still hiding my pain, my heart heavier. Then came the day that changed everything. The princes displayed their skills in a grand tournament in Hastinapura. Arjuna shone like a star, impossible shots, divine grace, the crowd cheered wildly. I declared that I could do better. I matched him shot for shot, every feat, every astra. But the arena fell silent in awe. But then the questions came like daggers. Who is your father? What is your lineage? A suitor cannot challenge a prince. My heart shattered into pieces until Duryodhana, the Kaurava prince, stood tall. He saw my worth when no one else did. He crowned me King Anga on the spot, right there in front of everyone. He told me that he would be my friend forever. From that day, I was Angaraj, My loyalty to him was sealed in fire. He gave me respect when the world gave me scorn. Duryodhana, my brother Nans. The entire world saw only my low birth. He saw a warrior and just give me a kingdom. He gave me dignity, respect, a place among kings. Our friendship was forged in fire and never broken. I vowed that my life, my weapons, my everything belonged to him. He was the only one who never asked about my caste when it mattered. Together we rode out on Digvigvya, conquering directions, expanding his empire. He shared his throne's burdens with me. I shared my bow's unmatched strength. He made me feel royal. He made me feel seen. For him, I would burn the world. Later, the news came of Draupadi's Swayamvara. The challenge was legendary. A massive bow that no ordinary man could string, and a target, a revolving fish's eye seen only in its reflection in water below. Princes from every kingdom gathered, dressed in finery. I, Angarad's Karna, entered the arena with my head held high, heart pounding with hope and ambition. I wanted her not just for beauty, but for the honor of winning the impossible. I stepped up. The bow felt light in my hands. I strung it effortlessly, as if it were a child's toy. I aimed true. My arrow flew straight and struck the eye perfectly. The hall erupted in gasps. I had won her, and to victory was mine until Draupadi stood, her voice ringing clear and cruel across the arena.
I will not marry a charioteer's son. I will only marry a true kshatriya of noble blood.
Every word cut deeper than an arrow. Humiliation burned through me like fire. I could have burned the whole hall, yet I walked away. My pride, the only armor I had left. Another scar from the birth I never chose.
I refuse to marry a charioteer's son.
Years later, in the dice hall, when Pandavas lost everything and Draupadi was dragged in by her hair, I spoke harsh words. I called her what the moment demanded. Loyalty to my friend Duryodhana demanded it. She had humiliated me once, now fate humiliated her. Forgive me or hate me, I stood by my oath. Before the Great War, Indra, father of Arjuna, came to me in the guise of a Brahmin. He begged for my Kavach and Kundal. My father Surya warned me in a dream that it would lead to my death. But I am Karna. Dana is my dharma. I gave him what he asked. In return, Indra gave me the Vasavi Shakti, a single-use weapon of absolute destruction. I accept. I gave away my immortality for a beggar's blessing. Then Kunti came to me by the Ganga, my own mother. She revealed the truth. I was her firstborn, elder brother to the Pandavas. She asked me to join my brothers and promised I would be king, but I refused. I told her she had abandoned me once, and Duryodhana had given me everything. I will not betray him, but I promised her I will kill only Arjuna or he kills me. She wept. I stood firm. Fate had already chosen my side. I also carried another curse, long ago. I had accidentally killed a Brahmin's cow while hunting. In his rage, he cursed me. He said, "At the hour of your death, your chariot wheel will sink into the earth." Just as my cow sank in the mud, curses piled on me like mountains. The Kurukshetra war began. For 10 days I watched from the sidelines. Bhishma would not let me fight while he lived. On the 11th day, after Bhishma fell, I joined fully. I ravaged Pandava armies like a storm. I slew thousands warriors, kings, elephants. I dueled Bhima fiercely, matching his mace with my arrows, leaving him wounded and retreating. I used the Vasavi Shakti on Gapakacha, Bhim Demon's son, when he threatened total destruction of our forces at night. The sky lit up like a second sun. My greatest feat and my last great weapon. My own sons fought bravely beside me. Vrishasena, the most skilled, fell to Arjuna's arrows. I wept inside but fought on. On the 17th day, I became commander. Salya was my unwilling charioteer, mocking me every turn. 2 curses converged in that final dawn. Parashurama's curse awakened, my knowledge slipped away like sand. In the heat of combat with Arjuna, my chariot wheel sank deep into the earth. Exactly as the Brahmin had foretold. I leaped down to free it unarmed, as dharma demanded a pause in fair fight. I called out Arjun.
I told him that this is a dharma and he should fight me fairly when I'm ready.
Krishna, the charioteer of my enemy, reminded Arjuna of my past deeds, the dice hall, the insults. Arjuna hesitated, then released the Anjalika Astra. It struck true. In my final breath, I invoked Father Surya. The sun dimmed that day as if mourning its son. I died as I lived, loyal, generous, cursed by birth and fate.